Hi everyone. So finally I was able to build Oya, almost maxed out, not yet. I was focusing more on Octavia, Dante, Heidi. Okay, but finally I was able to build enough to test it in attack. So as you can see, they are missing 2 gears. Okay, I don't think it will change too much. Like skin is done, artifacts. I level up to 5 stars. Okay, and 100, and the ring is maxed out, but only level 84. The reason I did ring is because I have more than strength rings than I need, and I thought this will increase the health of Oya. Whereas here I still am not sure if in which of them I am going to invest the 6 star, if I am going to invest. Okay, glyphs I have done health, physical attack, and strength. I have not done critical hits, but despite I think it is needed, I think it will make the hero a little bit better. And my defense, as always, I always leave for the last. So if we go to stats, you will see the stats. As you see, 460. I think max out is 500. Okay, of health. And one of the things that you will realize is physical attack is relatively quite low. Critical hit chance, if I max out the book, will be around 1000 more, and probably one of these ones will give you a little bit more, 200 and 300. So it will be around maybe 1500 more. So it will be around 5500 critical chance, which is okay, it's not bad. To be a hero doesn't have skins. The only thing is that you can see is very similar to things that happen with Jasmine or Dante, where they don't have armor penetration. So this is a hero that if you care really than you want to do damage, you will depend on armor penetration, particularly for the ultimate, which does a lot of damage. But and if it's shield, it will do a double, but again doesn't have armor penetration. So you really need a hero with armor penetration in front of her. Or the second option is because you want to use this ability, the second ability, which is the one that Oya picks the hero with the lower health and put it in front of. This is quite good to kill a particular setup or particular teams where it's all based on one damage dealer, where you create your whole team based on that damage dealer and everything around is related to that damage dealer. So example of these teams, it will be something like Artemis, Fafnir, okay, something like this, or particularly with Asta, where here the really damage dealer is Artemis. Tristan does a little bit, but everything is related to Artemis. There are other things like could be Ciri with Amira. So Amira is the hero that does the damage, and everything else is to wait for Amira to kill. So now, if Amira is the hero with the lower health, which in this case it is, you can use Oya to pick up that hero and then put it in front of, and you will kill it. Okay. So this is mainly the two use cases. Then you will use Oya. And for teams, I have found that mainly there are 3 teams where I think benefit from Oya. Again, Oya is not a hero that will create a new meta. It's an improvement of current meta. Okay, Oya is not at the level of Octavia. It's better than Cascade in my opinion, but not at the level whatsoever of Octavia in my opinion. Okay, but still a very good hero. The first team I think Oya will work well is the Nature team, okay, which is Masi, Albanor, and Mojo, probably with Aurora. And then Oya, one important thing here is you can get the risk of use Oya as a tank, and the reason is because Albanor has ability or a skill that protects quite well nature heroes. Okay, so let me show you the ability. I think it's Earth one. Where are you, Albanor? Here. Rune of Earth, okay, is particular, is always active for nature hero, so it prevents decrease the basic attack damage by 40,000. Okay, so it somehow protects the front hero, protects the natural hero against physical attacks. So it's quite good, and this is the main reason that you can go with nature here. But the main thing to use Oya here is because this team, Masi, Albanor, and Mojo, is a team that does a lot of damage in front to the first hero. And then if Oya becomes the hero with the lower health, and that one is one of the main ones that does damage, this team is going to destroy very fast that hero, and then you will make this team much stronger, because usually what happens is this team try to kill the front hero, which usually is a tank, then kill the tank, then need to kill the second hero, then the third hero. Whereas with Oya, you will start picking up the heroes with lower health. Okay, particularly with Oya now, you can kill with nature and Oya. You can kill very easily tough. Okay, like Tristan Artemis Fafnir is quite easy now, as we will see, and also performs quite well versus progress in attack. And you will see that now with only one hero, with Oya and Aurora, you will be able to kill progress. Okay, so this is one thing. This one team. The second team that has performed very well is the TYF. So Tristan, Jasmine, and Fafnir. Okay, I love to use Astaroth with Jasmine because Jasmine is easy to kill. It has very low health, so Astaroth will revive against Jasmine. And then, of course, with Oya. This team has performed also quite well. Okay, and then the final team, which is a team that existed before, okay, like the same that the nature of the TYF existed before. This team, it was a variation or a mix between Fire Siblings. Okay, people will send 5 siblings with Tristan because Kayla, what it needs is armor penetration, and Tristan provides this. They use Luther to mess up the team. Okay, particular goes well with Kayla because it protects Kayla, it jumps in the middle, and then people start, or the enemy start to attack Luther at the same time than Kayla, so Kayla is there for longer. And then here there were two options. One was using Jasmine, okay, or using Fafnir. Okay, so this was the two versions. So now another option is, instead of these ones, you use Oya. Okay, the team is not as strong as in damage, but Oya damage or modify or affects more the other team. So between Luther and Oya, the mess up you do in the other team is quite big, and then sometimes these teams performs better. Okay, so we are going to go with what was the result. I will go to my attacks. I hope so has not rotate. I have already done to go a little bit faster. Okay, so first let's go with nature. And in that case, I was testing versus progress. And what I did is I used Oya with Mam and then Astrid at the end. And as you see, 10-0, but 8-2, 8-2 here. Was well, but not amazing. Then I tested putting Aiden instead of Astrid. Then 1, 4, 6, 8-2, particularly this one is quite bad. And then I tried with putting Jasmine. As you see, results are a little bit better than before. 10-0, 8-2, and 10-0. And then finally I tried with Aurora, and with Aurora I got 10-0, 10-0, 10-0. None of them are completely maxed out teams, like they are missing some artifact 6 stars and maybe magic defense glyphs and this type of things. I don't think they will have too much impact in the result versus a completely maxed out teams. So I think it's a good idea. You can go with this team with Aurora Mam, which is the team that probably you have nature you already have, and then you only need to work in Oya, and then you will be able to kill all the versions of progress, or the most common versions of progress. Probably with Sebastian will be a little bit different, and I don't have Sebastian build, but take this into account, test before going to war in directly, okay? Then versus staff, as I mentioned, like Oya is particularly with nature. Oya allows you to kill progress and also allow you to kill almost all the versions of TAF that I was able to test. I have tested here versus the 3 common TAF teams. The only thing you need to do is, in this case, you remove Aurora and you put Kayla. So you only need to work in one hero. If you have nature, you work on Kayla, and this will allow you to kill the majority of the versions of TAF. As you see, it's a 10-0, 10-0, 10-0. It's quite straightforward. I almost no damage, which is quite interesting. Okay, so quite good. Here you lost Kayla, but everything else looks good. So this was the result. As you see now, you can use Kayla with Mam and Oya versus multiple version of TAF, and you will be able to kill it. And you can use now Aurora with Oya and Mam, and you will be able to kill progress. As you see, this is not like a new team, it's only an improvement and a safe manner to kill this team. You were able before to kill progress, but you need to have 2 combinations of heroes. One was Aiden, another was Iris. Now with only one you can do it. And the same versus staff, you need to have a lot of combinations to be able to kill it with Mam, like Amira sometimes, Lian, Siri, all this type of things, or Luther. Now you only need, you have Oya already, so you only need to do Kayla, which is quite good for the team. I think it's a boost to the team because now having nature you can kill progress and tough. Okay, so the second team I was mentioned is the one with Tristan, Jasmine, and Fafnir, TYF. Okay, and again Asta to be able to resurrect Jasmine, and then you put Oya. I test this versus progress. Then you have the results here, like good versus Nebula Astrid and Ginger Astrid, but Nebula Ginger didn't perform very well versus progress. Then versus Tough is a very easy victory. Jasmine is already the pseudo counter, so one easy manner to kill Tough was always with Astaroth and Jasmine in a Tristan Fafnir team. With Oya it was better. The reason here we have 9-1, I think, because my Oya is not maxed out, because if you see the replay, I think it was Artemis stay alive with only 9,000 life or something like this, and then she ultimates and kills someone else. I think it was Oya. But if this is not the case and you have Oya max out, you will be able to kill Artemis. And also remember that Oya doesn't have any skin whatsoever so far. So assume this is a 10-0, okay? Then I tested against the counter of Tough, which is the Amira team with Jorge and Faceless. This is a simple 10-0, okay? And the main reason here is because Oya pick up Amira and then it's game over, okay? Then the next step was trying to test this team versus the Fire Siblings TF or Tough team, okay? And you see it works not very well, okay? Like Astaroth Jasmine only wins 1-9 versus the Tristan Fafnir siblings, okay? Then versus the one that instead of using Fafnir used Jasmine is 9-1, okay? So works well, improvement to the TYF, I believe, versus some particular teams, but again, it's not like, oh, it's much better now, you know? No, it's only depending on what you have in front of you. Like, for example, this team, you are not able. Then the third team is very similar to this team here, or this team here, but removing Jasmine or removing Fafnir for Oya. And then we see the performance versus progress. Here was okay. Here no amazing, but it's a 7-3. Still, if it's in defense, they are not going to bite you. Then versus Tough is a easy victory, 10-0, 10-0. Here is only to show you the difference between using Fafnir or using Oya. You see 5-5 here, but you get 10-0 here, okay? Then versus the team that we saw previously, the one with Astaroth and Jasmine, now you're able to beat it very easily, 10-0, okay? And then if we go again to the Amira team, 10-0, then versus the all Luther Fire Siblings. If you remember before with Jasmine, it was 1-9 against Jasmine. Now with this team, it's a 7-3. As you see, it performs better, still not 10-0. And then versus the version with Jasmine instead of Fafnir, 10-0. And then one of the questions that I was asked is, okay, how you can kill this team? It's impossible to beat. Tough is not anymore a good team, and etc. etc. So it's much easier than what it looks like. You only need to go with the normal Tough team and replace Artemis for Kayla, okay? And this is what you see here. I replace Artemis for Kayla. It's the normal Clever Luther Tristan Kayla Fafnir, so instead of Artemis, Kayla, and then you are able to kill this team 10-0, okay? So hope it helps. Again, I don't think Oya is going to be it's an improvement, and we will see a lot of times because it breaks a lot of teams. The teams that you have only one damage dealer, you know, and that damage dealer is one of the lowest health of the lower health of the team, because Oya will pull the lower health of your team, which is the one who need to do damage, in front of everything. So it will die faster, and then your team will not work. So for this particular use case, I think in attack, Oya is quite good. Not as good in my opinion than in defense, but it's okay. It's a okay hero. Again, it's not at the level of Octavia, so it's not going to be like a new team based on Oya for as far as I was able to test. Hope it helped, and see you soon.